Good early afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future. Good to by OG. So I wanted to come in and do a little bit of breaking news. Bitcoin had a nice little rally here, and it broke 63,000. It's up about 1,300 points right now. Now, what we need to be aware of, once again, is that 62,991. If we can get above that and somehow break, I mean, we still got some ways to go, though, but if we can break this and somehow break 64,865 is the all-time high up in that area. You break that, well, then we can talk and see if we're going to go higher. But right now, we're just on this gigantic M, and this is just, this little push we had, it's scary because, look at, we didn't have much volume to keep pushing us over. And this latest push for the 2-hour stretch, it hasn't been great. So I'm not sure what's going on here with Bitcoin. It doesn't look like this is sustainable, but until we break this, and I can make it easier for you guys, until we break this uptrend, and I think we can come all the way down to here. And even if we keep it tight, could do something like that, because then it's, whoops, because it's a very tight uptrend. We don't even have to go from there, but I think it shows you just how tight that is all the way up. And if we come outside of this channel, you know, it's going to be, it's not going to last very long. I'm trying to do it in a way where it can give you the effect of how long this channel's been going, because once you break a channel, the reversal goes the entire way back down. And if that's how long we'd be taking it from, and granted, that's a long up and down, but I mean, it's played within it all the way. So if that's the case, we've got a long way down to 40,000 when this breaks this channel. And this pattern is coming to this part where we need some volume, because it's only going to ride this so long. We've had some severe wick pullbacks that have been held, and we can go into the shorter time frame even, you know, just so we can get a better depiction of what Bitcoin's doing. And you've got something like that right there, and it's showing you. The only other thing you could do is if you wanted to draw your arrows out here because you're on a shorter, but it's not changing anything. We're still hitting in the same area, so that is holding true. So, you know, there's a lot of area down here that we might have to come back into. But let's watch this, and we need to break this. This little thing I just drew out for you at the top is what we have to break, because we're starting to get caught up in this area, and we don't want to keep getting caught up in this area. It's been too much time. Not enough volume. So you can see it starting to draw itself out. So let's see what happens in this massive uptrend. You know, this uptrend. It's a channel. It's a rising channel. Can't call it a wedge because it's in the same channel the entire way up. All the way from about 52,000. So not even 52, like 40. So let's see how this plays out, because as you can see, we're outside of the symmetrical triangle. There's no way to draw it inside of it right here, unless we went all the way to the top and did it, you know, from the very top. But I like to get it at the points where it actually meets, not the wick. So this is what we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen, with Bitcoin. I hope that helps clear things up. So what does that mean for XRP? Not much. XRP needs to find some volume, and it needs to find it in a hurry. Otherwise, it's going to start playing out my scenario. But there are scenarios where it can bounce off of this. And, like, that was just a drawing that I did earlier to show you a depiction of what could happen. Now, if we start drawing this out in the technicals again, now that we're starting to finish off this pattern, and what I mean by that is we're starting to finish off a pattern, we're going to have to make a decision one way or the other. It's just what we're going to have to do. It's not fair. We can't sit here all day, though. So XRP is going to have to make its mind up. And right now, I'll show you what the issues and the good things are. I mean, it only pulled up to here, which sucks. That was such a weak pull up. But it just shows you what I mean, though. XRP has to make its mind up. We're coming to a point now where the apex of this is going to end up being right here, guys. For every reason I've shown you, by this point right here, based on what Bitcoin did, what I want to say is going to happen initially is we'll finish off this cup and handle, but XRP's a bitch. So I don't want to just say, hey, it's going to do this and finish this off and then come down. Because the moment I say that, XRP is just going to do this. Everybody's going to go, hey, Tom, fucked it up. So you're going to have to make your best educated and informed decision, because I'm not a financial advisor. Should you take my advice? Nope. But what I can see developing here with XRP, if we're looking at it, and you're like, hey, what does your abstract mind tell you? My abstract mind says we could have pulled something like this, and we could be starting a reversal here. Because technically, you could say we went down, pulled around, pulled up. Because we did come all the way down, like this, and then if we pulled up, you could have that weird-ass W coming out of here. And you don't even have to go. You can just say, hey, we're invalidating the wick part. And then you just pull up, and it makes it a little bit easier. But that's what could be playing out. I think the W is going to form in some sense, because it's got to come up here, and then it would drop if it comes down. But it's got to come up to that apex. So my immediate move for XRP, if I had, you know, if I had to, if you guys had my Groteskies in a bind, if you had the old dingling in a, you know, in a vice, I would say, well, since my balls are on the line, I would say we're probably going to come up to here in the apex, and your next immediate move would be to that $1.10. Just what my gut's saying, and then we would likely come up to that 113 and get rejected. That's going to be your overwhelming area. We've got that resistance support at 110 and 113. So the immediate move, I would say probably to 110. Then we're going to see from there, because that's the apex zone, and everything is pointing to it. So make sure to hit that motherfucking like button, please. I beg of you, hit that like button. Don't turn me into the Shrek. Hit that like button. Oh. And also, if you're new or returning, hit that subscribe button. We're almost up to 3,400 subscribers. We're like literally 10 subscribers away from 3,300 or 3,890 or 3,900. I mean, what am I talking about? So if you're new or returning, hit that subscribe button. What are you guys doing? Don't you want to help your old pal Tom out and help him get to 4,000 subscribers and continue to shock the YouTube world that this schlub could get 4,000 people to watch his channel? Holy smokes.